I just feel like, I don't know why, but people from Instagram always call me Erica.
Always. Everyone calls you Erica. Why?
Everyone. I'm like, yo, my name is Theresa. Like.
You're like, no cap.
No cap. No, but that's how I know the difference. Like, people that really know me know that my name's Theresa. So when they call me Erica, I know they don't really know me.
I wonder why, though. Like, because you have it, Theresa Erica.
I know.
Maybe because Theresa, they think it's like, maybe they think that's your last name and you, like, switch last name to...
A lot of people said it's just easier. Erica's easier to say.
Theresa. I'm like, that's pretty
Theresa,
straightforward.
Erica. Yeah, Teresa's my name.
Okay.
Erica, if you don't know me.
You're like, stunning is my game. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate and love you.
Of course.
So let's talk about, I guess, what it's like to be a wife. It must be nice. Wouldn't know how it feels.
A wife. You know, everyone wants to get married, like, right away. And I literally thought I was never going to find anyone. Like, every
Really?
guy that was ever with me, I was like, I'm going to be single forever. Like, I never thought anyone wanted me all by myself. It was always like, oh, like, you're great, you're cool, but
Like
you're not enough.
Okay, so you felt like you never found someone that was like enough? You were
No.
like, eh.
I'm the type of
But
person, like...
weren't you also, I thought, didn't you have like kind of a first love in high school, a woman?
Yes.
Did you ever consider getting married to her? Or no?
No.
Did it never cross your mind?
No,
Like,
it never
not
crossed my
gonna
mind.
happen?
I mean, obviously, you picture, like, a future when you're dating someone. Like, if you're with them for a while.
And
like,
how
you
did the future look when you did picture it?
I couldn't see it.
You're like, so it's just it's black?
No, I couldn't
Nothing
see it. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't really imagine really being with her. Like, I pictured, I felt like I wanted to be with her forever, but I didn't see it. Like, how I never really pictured my life being with another woman forever.
Okay.
Yeah, it was more.
So you always saw yourself like you're going to be with a guy.
For sure. 1,000%.
Okay.
I pictured the wedding, the kids, the family. Like, I ideally saw that more than being with her.
So when you actually did wed, was it what you had pictured?
Yeah, I mean, he gave me the wedding that I wanted. I wanted a destination wedding.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be secluded, private. Like, I didn't want anyone there but us and our parents. And he gave me that. So, I mean, it was everything I wanted. I got the dress I wanted. Like,
Wow.
it literally was amazing. I can't think of anything else, but that's what I wanted, and I got it.
Did you see it coming, the proposal? Did you have a hint? Did you have a little? I always wonder if like a lot of girls are just really like they're really like surprised, like, oh my god, what the like.
Okay, so I was really surprised because we just talked about like a few months prior that we didn't want to get married. We're like, marriage is not like a thing for me. My Nino and Nina were my ideal couple to look at, and then they got divorced. He cheated on her. So it literally just happened, and so I was like, I never want to get married. Like, I'm so against it. And so I was telling him that. Yeah, I was telling him that, and he was like, yeah, I don't want to get married too because I've been divorced, so I don't want to go through that all over. And so we agreed on that. And then a few months later, he like proposed, and I was like in shock. I literally could not imagine. Actually, let me tell you the story because it's so bad.
Yeah.
So we went to Paris. We're at the Eiffel Tower, like at the ground area where you could see the Eiffel Tower in the back. So he asked the people that we're with if they can take a picture of us. So like we're about to take a picture, when you're posing, and he goes down to tie his shoe. And I'm like, get up. I'm literally yanking his arm. Like, get up. You're making us look like a fool. Like, they're waiting for us. And he's like, no, wait. Like, I'm trying to, like, wait. And then he just pulls out the ring. He's like, can you just hold on? Like, I'm trying to propose to you.
Oh, my God.
I know.
No way.
It was such a mess. Like, it was such a mess. I wish it was, like, the movie type
You're telling
proposal.
him, you're like, let's fight right now. You're like,
Literally, he brings it up all the time. He's like, dude, you were so aggressive at my proposal. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I just didn't want to look like an idiot.
You're pinching his
I was pulling his arm, like, yanking. I was like, get up. They're trying to take a picture of us.
You're like, wait till we get back to the hotel room. Just wait.
Yeah, so it wasn't like the ideal proposal, but it was at the ideal location.
Were they in on it? The couple?
Yes, everyone was in on it.
How did he just like had a secret meeting?
And then let me tell you, they're all like whispering in the back, like, "Oh my gosh, she's saying no. She's saying no." I was like, "What's going on right now?" Yeah, it wasn't the best proposal, but I guess it was my fault.
When you noticed what he was doing, you just stopped, and then
I realized, yeah. Then I let him, and then I was like, "Yes."
How did he ask? Like the exact words.
well, first he was trying to explain that, like,
Yeah.
don't pull me up, like, I'm trying to do something. And then he was like, will you marry me? And then I was like, wait, what's going on? And I looked at them, and then I looked at him, and I was like, yes, like, of course. But, it was just really new to me because, like I said, a few months prior, we're like, we're not going to get married. Like, this is just not what we're going to do. And then he did that. And we were only, like a month prior to us to be a year together.
That's so
Which is really soon. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wasn't too sure about it. But
Wow.
later that day, he told me at 6 months of us
I like
dating,
that.
he asked my parents for my hand.
Future dating people,
Yeah.
the potentials, just know.
Yeah.
I need to be proposed to at least at a year.
He said right away that he knew.
Raised the bar.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Did you pick out the ring or he picked it?
I picked out my second ring. The first ring he got, I was like...
You didn't like it?
No, I actually thought it was the band. And I was like, where's my actual ring? And then he's like, what do you mean? Like, this is not your real ring? And so I was like, no, I want a big ring. So
Like the engagement ring?
Yeah.
Oh, he just gave you the band?
No, he gave me a ring, but it was just a small diamond. And like when we were shopping for it, he was like, you know what, you're right. Like you deserve like the biggest ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got me it. So everything I wanted.
Okay, so how soon after you guys got engaged did you do the wedding?
I wanted a 2-year proposal. Like automatically, as soon as it happened that night, I was like, he wanted to get married as soon as we got back from Paris.
How do proposals work? Like I said, you're my only actual close friend that's married, or even a friend that's married. Like my makeup artist is married, but that doesn't count. So how does proposals work? Like, is it just, do you guys have to plan it like years out? Can it be quick? What is that?
I mean, there's no like rule to it.
But you right away, you knew like 2 years. Magic
Right
number.
away. Right
How
away.
did you know? Like, just
I don't know.
popped in your
I just
head?
like, this is what I told him. I was like, look, I love that you proposed to me. I love you, but he literally wanted to get married as soon as we got back home from Paris. He was like, let's get married. I want to be with you. This is it. Like, this is it. And I was like, no, let's be engaged for 2 years. Let's like enjoy being engaged. Like, let's celebrate that we're engaged. And like, let's really see if we're ready to get married. And so the 2-year engagement came up, and then I was like, okay, when are we getting married? Because it's been 2 years. We need it already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he respected it though. He was
Yeah,
like,
he
"Oh,
totally
wait."
respected it. Yeah.
Perfect.
And it worked out. And then after literally the mark of 2 years, I was like, when are we getting married? When are we getting married? Like,
Did either of you guys in those 2 years get cold feet at all?
yeah.
Is that a thing, cold feet?
Yeah, definitely.
right.
Definitely.
Is it hard to think about the commitment of like that you're, what is the hard part, that you'll never be with someone else again, or just seeing is it just the unknown, or what is cold feet really? I mean,
It was just like really committing to this person forever.
yeah.
Like, like when you're in a relationship, you're like, yeah, I commit to you for
can just
now,
break up
but you
if
can
it
just
comes down
leave
to
when
it,
you're
yeah.
ready. And like the real commitment was like, am I committing to you forever?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, my mom has been by my dad's side since day one, no matter what. No matter how many times we told her to leave, she stayed.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe in that. Like if I'm gonna marry you, I'm staying with you, no matter what.
Right.
Like I'm
Ride or die.
never gonna leave you. So that's
Yeah.
why I asked for a 2-year, engagement, so I can really know if we get married, this is it. Like I'm not getting divorced. That's not happening. Like I'll be a crazy ass bitch. Like you are not leaving me.
I saw a meme today that's like, sometimes I love you is, oh, have you ate today? Let me get you food. But then sometimes it's also like, I don't care, I'll kill us both.
Yes. Definitely life.
I thought that was so funny. I think I sent it to you. Did I? Or maybe not?
No,
I
not that one.
It was so funny. Like, I don't care. I'll kill this phone.
But that's how I feel sometimes. I mean, every day is not amazing, but every day you strive for it to be great.
How long have you guys been married?
It's gonna be 2 years in December. Remember, we've been together 5 years.
So 2 years marriage together 5. Do you remember we went to your Bachelorette where me and Mama D did the
Bachelorette?
That was crazy but fun.
I swear I never got that drunk ever.
It was so memorable, that trip. It was
fun.
always just like good time, fun after fun.
Okay, so let me just give a shout out. Shelby, she did the whole bridal shower for me. Like, she planned it, she paid for it, she set it up. Like, it was actually really amazing because she was my client.
The highlight room, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was my client, and she loved me and respected me that much that she wanted to plan it. So yeah, so she set it up, and it was really fun. I mean, that night was crazy. I don't even remember some of it. Like, I got so drunk.
But I was talking about when we went to Mexico.
When we went to Mexico.
Was that not a Bachelorette? Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was talking about.
Yes,
not that time.
Not the bridal shower. Okay. The Bachelorette. Now that was fun. We got the bikinis.
I always think about that time. I'm like, God, we need to do that again.
Yeah, we should do that again. That was really fun. I really enjoyed myself. It was just fun being around all the girls and like drinking and like.
Here's another question. Do you believe that, I've heard this at bachelors or bachelorette parties, that it's like your one last, like you have like a pass, like a get out of jail, one last hurrah, but like you get out of jail free card. I've heard someone was like, oh yeah, like they can fuck one person one last time. Do you believe in that?
I don't believe in that. I believe.
What if JP would have been like,
if they're gonna fuck at their bachelor or bachelorette party, they're gonna fuck throughout the marriage.
Okay.
That's how I feel. Okay. Like it.
But you've heard people sometimes they say that like it's like a one night pass or something.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
You're like, tell me
who really allows that?
You're like, I'll hit them.
Yeah, who really allows that? Like, who's like, oh, I mean, like, you're my future husband, but it's okay.
I'm like, I would. Okay, I'd be okay with strippers. Like, would you be okay with?
Yeah, strippers. I don't care.
Like, if he got lap dances or vice versa.
Of course not. I wouldn't care.
Strippers are okay then.
I mean, you remember the. I was dancing on stage, like
that was fun.
Yeah, it's my Bachelorette.
Wait, you won, right?
Yeah,
I won. Wait, remember the other girl was like really fucking mad?
She was so mad. She came up to me after,
and then even her friends were like looking, and they're like, I can't. They like held her off the stage so dramatically, and they're like, that was totally
like,
yours.
You were so much better. You twerked so much better than her.
So dramatic. I was like, whoa. You would think she lost something, and they just kept looking, and they're like,
it was pretty crazy. I mean, she did a really good dance though. She did. It was tough competition.
Oh my God, that was really crazy. But speaking on JP, so he is an Army veteran.
Yes.
And how long was he in the Army?
He has done 8 terms. I don't know exactly how many years.
Okay.
But overall, 8 like overseas. Mm-hmm. Like he's gone to war overseas 8 times.
So how is it being, even though you weren't with him during the terms, how is it afterwards being with a veteran? Like, does it make your relationship different than?
I mean, I haven't like. We got together like when I was like 20, 21. I've been with other people before him.
Yeah. But
they weren't like men, you know? Like I was still a child. So I feel like being with him has been like a whole new experience. Like being with the VA and like dealing with some of the issues that he may have gone through. Like he doesn't really open up to me as much. He tries to keep it to himself. But there's times where like, for instance, like 4th of July with all the fireworks, like he goes crazy.
Oh, wow.
Like it really just brings so much trauma back for him. So he just like really doesn't enjoy that.
On 4th of July, what would he do? Like, or what have you guys done? Stay in the house?
I mean, we still like enjoy ourselves, but like he gets tense still.
Okay, so he can be around fireworks, but he'll just tense up. But can you notice? You'll notice him. And you're just like,
like he'll go through like certain vibes, or like he can't sleep at night or something. Just something's bothering him, but he doesn't like to let me know. Like he doesn't want to, I don't know, stress me out or really let me know how he feels. Like he tells me sometimes he sees people like just walking by, and he'll be like, I just see it from like Iraq or like someone that I've had to kill or something. Like I see them. And I'm like, I don't see them. And he's like, I see them. You know? So it's kind of creepy, but like, I have to be.
So he has killed people?
Yeah.
I don't know personally any Army people, so I'm not sure if all of them usually kill people or if it's.
Yeah. So he was when the Iraqi war started, he was the first initial group that was sent out. So he literally went through the hardest times than people prior. I mean, after,
Sure.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he experienced some crazy stuff.
So does it just take like a lot of just like patience and listening to each other?
A lot of patience, and I got it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really calm.
That's good.
He's like in shock of how calm I am, but
Mm-hmm.
I just let him be. Like, if he's stressed out, if he's angry,
Like,
if
you
he's
just let it
upset,
ride
I
out.
just let it
Yeah.
ride out. And then after he's calmed down, I'm like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, is anything? But he doesn't want. If he doesn't want to share, you can't force him to share.
True.
Like, and I literally don't know anything. Like, he's mentioned a few things about the war, but
And that's on his own. He'll just
that's
bring it
on
up
his
when
own.
he feels
Yeah,
ready.
yeah.
Okay.
But we've been together 5 years, and I don't know that many war
Yeah.
stories, and he doesn't talk about them.
I can understand that. I mean, I feel with any situation, some people don't like to go back there, so they're like,
Yeah.
like you're his safe haven. So
Yeah.
he's like, let's not really.
Exactly. So he kind of sees it as like he's had so many different lives. So like the life before him.
That's so true.
Yeah, he's like,
many
so my life when
lifestyles.
I was in the military isn't my life now, and the life with, whoever I was with before you isn't
Yeah.
my life now. And he's like, the life that I'm in with you has nothing. I don't want it to bring into like, I don't want any negativity to be brought from my military days, because that's not the life that I'm in. But it does flash back. He still thinks about it, like on holidays, like Veterans Day or Memorial Day. He's really sad. Like, he doesn't want to party. He doesn't want to drink.
Yeah,
He doesn't. He just wants to stay
seen
home.
A lot of stuff like that, where
Yeah.
it's like you shouldn't be celebrating. It's
Yes,
like a moment to
yes.
mourn and.
Yeah, and that's
all
how he
that.
feels. Yeah. So it's. I want to party. I want to do stuff. I'm like, let's go out. But if he doesn't feel like it,
Yeah,
I
you
honor it,
respect
because
it.
exactly, because he's the one that's gone through it. I've never been overseas. I don't know what he's seen, and I wish he would tell me, but I'm kind of happy he doesn't, because I'm very emotional. So I don't want to know what every little
Yeah.
detail he's gone through, or what he has had to do, or what he's seen.
I'm like, that's the Cancer in you, the
Yeah.
sign. I'm like, because they're so emotional too.
Yeah, I'm so emotional. Like, I'll take anyone's emotions and
You're
just
like,
feel them.
You're like, I'll cry with you.
Yeah, I'm totally
Me
like
and
that.
you
Yeah,
together.
yeah. Yeah, so I'm not that I would love to hear more stories about the war, but I just feel like it's not part of our life, and I
Yeah.
really don't want to know what he has had to experience at that time. But if it's made him who he is, I'm understandable, and I'm patient, and I love him the way he is. I love
Yes.
him for who he is, and if he's ready to share a story, then I'll listen. Even if it bothers me, I'll still
Would
listen.
you have been with him during his terms if you had met him, let's say, when he was, like, because I know my cousin, she's, her husband, he's in the Army, and he's new, but I mean, he's not deployed really too, actually, I'm not sure where he's deployed, so let me not say that. But I know it's challenging because she just had her second baby, newborn, and he wasn't there for that birth either. So I know, it's definitely a different lifestyle, and I just can't imagine she doesn't get to see him for months.
Yeah, we've
And she has
talked
2 kids
about
of
it
his.
before.
Yeah,
and
would you
he's-
have been with him?
I don't honestly. I don't think I could like.
And yeah, and that's an honest
I don't.
answer. Some
Yeah,
people,
he knows that too.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I know that if I met you at that time, this wouldn't have worked, because how can you be in a relationship with someone that's gone for like 2-3 years?
yeah,
And then you only get to Skype them. Like, how do you expect me to live my life without you, and then like you just come back in whenever you want?
yeah.
And personally, that's just me. Like, some people can do it,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
some people
personally
do it.
cannot do it.
Which
like,
I'm sure that's challenging too. In
yeah,
itself.
yeah, for sure. So he knows that. So he's experienced it with another person, and it didn't work out. And he knows, like, he always tells me, like, I
Was
know.
it kind of because he was away? We don't have to get into details, but do you know?
I think the way she was before is just the type of person she is. So it just didn't
Okay.
work. It probably wouldn't have worked if he was still there, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. But being away definitely helped her do whatever she wanted to do. Yeah. But she was
I
definitely.
always wonder too. Sometimes it's just like for the ones that still are in the relationship, I'm like, how do they keep their love life still booming? Like, can they? Can they like
He
Skype
always-
sex?
he-
Is that a thing or no? When the army,
I think
I don't know if
so.
you have like your own private little tent room.
I'm not sure.
Or is it just like sexting maybe?
But he always tells me every army wife, like, they kind of don't take care of themselves. They gain weight, like, because no
Really?
one's there to, like, they kind of lose track of themselves, And he always says that every army wife always cheats. Always. He's like, it's very rare that you find someone that's faithful while you're
So
gone.
do the army? What about with the army guys or not even guys, the army people who are in the army, because there's women in the army.
Yeah.
Can they cheat while they're away? Like, do they ever get?
I think
wherever
it's a
they
little
are,
bit
do
harder
they
for
do they
them.
ever get sometimes like a couple hours? Let's say no matter where they are, I'm saying you're across. Do they ever get a moment to like?
I
go explore
I
the
have
city?
no idea. I've never
Oh,
been.
I'm not sure if he told you that. I was asking if.
I mean, from
Or
what
do we
he's
not-
told
or do we
me,
not know that? Oh.
from what he's told me, he says
just
there's
always
no time.
working.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
okay.
like there's no time for you to do it. He's like occasionally you'll see some people go, but for the most part,
really.
it's just like porn. Yeah, lots and lots of porn,
You're like, then that's how we do it.
and that's how they get it done.
That's honest. I wouldn't be, unless I'm already in love and married with someone, and then where he joins the army, then I would wait. But beforehand, I definitely wouldn't date someone.
Like if you're just dating, yeah.
I wouldn't, or even try to pursue something like
Yeah.
you said during. Like maybe when you do come back, we can hang out and stuff. And I respect it, and I love what they're doing for the country, and it means a lot. But for to be in a relationship wise, I'm like,
I agree. Long distance relationships just don't really work. Whether you're in the military or not, like of course you're doing a great thing, but it's hard for a relationship. Like you need that contact, that one-on-one time with the person, and if you go 3 years without seeing that person, how do you expect the relationship to work? Which I always tell him, like, I'm so happy I met you now and not then, because for sure then it would have never worked.
yeah.
And that's just being honest.
You're like, no cap.
And he knows that too. Like he knows that.
Yeah.
He always tells me, he's like, oh, I know that you wouldn't have lasted being a military wife. Which is true. Like I wouldn't.
I know you guys are in the middle of adopting, right?
Yeah, so we are in the process of adoption.
Well, before we get into the actual adopting part, when did he tell you that he wasn't able to have kids?
I think
During
he
the
told
dating.
me maybe like 3-4 months into the relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did he bring it up? Do you remember? I'm curious.
I think he came in me and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get pregnant. And then I was
You're like,
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get pregnant. And then he was like, no, you're not. And then he explained the story.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how did you feel? Well, right away, like, did it bother you?
No, not at
Right
all.
away,
So
or
like,
you're just like, oh, cool.
I've always wanted to adopt. So like when I was in
Wow,
elementary
no
school,
way.
yeah.
It really worked out for you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You guys really did cross paths, for a reason.
When I was little, I would always tell my mom I wanted to adopt. And she would always be like,
That's
it will
so
change when you get married. Like when you
crazy.
get married and you have a family, you want to have your own kids. But I told her always that I wanted to adopt. And then I met someone and he couldn't have kids. And I was like, this is insane. Like,
You're like, it's a sign.
yeah, I was like, this is insane. Like I wanted to adopt and we have to adopt now. And it's crazy. And it just worked out that way. And my mom never believed me, but it's really happening. It's a good feeling. I'm excited. The process is really long.
Yeah.
A lot of paperwork.
How long does it take, like, to finalize?
It really depends on how quick you are with turning in all the paperwork. It's like this giant packet that you have to fill out. And then the process that we're going through may be a little bit different because we have to see when the judge allows her to be adopted. So we're still waiting for them to say, okay, like, she's ready to be yours. So there still might be a chance that we might not adopt her.
Can singles try to adopt, or it's more likely?
I believe so, but there's just like more standards. Like you have to make sure you have like a home and like you make a certain income and that you'll be able to take care of the child. But we went in it together, so I don't know the process for that.
Before Lena, you had tried adopting prior, right? Correct?
No,
Or
so
no?
we were
I thought
actually
you had
already
tried.
starting the paperwork when Alina was born, and then Alina just popped up, and we
so
were
it
like,
just-
oh,
everything was just like perfect.
and I named her, so
Really?
yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. So
So can we say Alina? Where is Alina originally?
Alina's my niece. Yeah, Alina's my niece. She's my sister's daughter. Originally, she kind of just like came out of nowhere. Like no one knew she was pregnant. No one knew any. Yeah, like
oh my gosh.
like literally, I just got a phone call and they were like, "Hey, she had a girl," and I was like, "Who? Like who had a girl?" And my mom was like, "Your sister," and I was like, "What the hell?" And I told JP literally that day, the moment my mom told me, I was like, "Oh my gosh, like we can adopt her." like right away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you already knew that your sister was just
Because
fit
my
or-
nephew lives with my mom right now. So I was like, we can adopt her. Like, we're going through the adoption process. Like, how crazy is it that we're going through the adoption process and a baby is born?
So do you have to officially do like an adoption? Like, what if you would have just been like, just give her to me, she's ours, that's it?
I mean, you can do that, but legally,
If she tried to come back,
Yeah.
she could just
yeah. So we want like the legal
for
paperwork.
sure. So that way she can't do
Yes,
that.
that she's ours 1,000%.
Does she want to visit her? Oh, because she lives with your mom right now, right? The baby.
The baby, yeah.
Does she want to visit the baby?
She visits the baby. She
Okay.
visits her older son too.
But she knows she she wants you to have the baby. She's like,
I wouldn't really say that.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I'm pretty sure if the court doesn't allow her to have the baby, she will give it to us.
you're rather family than
Yeah.
random.
At this point right now, she's trying to better her life, maybe to get the kids back. I wouldn't say if she's like 1,000% putting her full effort into it.
Yeah.
But there's very high hopes that we're going to adopt her, and I truly believe that we're going to adopt her. And in my heart, I know
feel it too.
we're going to adopt
I see
her.
it. If it's just it looks like everything.
In our belief, in our hearts, and in our mind, we know she's ours. But we can't say it until it's legal.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't talk about it much, and that's why when we post it, we don't answer questions about it.
I know that's like was
Yeah.
a big mystery. I remember when you first kind of started. I would just see some of your posts, and it was very like just not really saying anything. So, but I remember, I think even some of my friends too were like, "Oh, they adopted," and I'm like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Also, too, because I feel like it's a little overstepping to ask. You know, it's not really anyone's personal business.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ask like, "Hey, that you're,"
Well, I mean,
details and stuff. Some people try to hit you up.
Lots of people. People
I'm sure,
I didn't
'cause
even know asked me.
I wanted to, and I'm like, I want to know what's the deal, what's going on. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't. Then again, I'm like, I don't know, because it's still private. So I'm like, but also I shouldn't ask. Like, did it bother you for people to ask? Did you explain to them, or no? You just leave them on red, or you just keep it short?
It did really bother me just because I felt
did?
like,
Okay.
yeah, because I felt like
So good thing I didn't.
when we were ready to talk about it, I felt
Then
like
you'll
we
say
would,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
that's
say it.
smart.
And just because we were emotionally like not certain of where it was gonna go, we didn't want to say it. And maybe some people could say like, why even post it if you're not
Yeah.
sure? But
That's true.
then again, like,
You're excited.
I mean,
You
I'm
felt
excited.
it.
Yeah,
You
I'm
felt it like
excited.
it's
I
going
love
through.
her. Like,
Yes.
this is the life I picture in my head, and she's literally something that's
Yes.
part of my life. I can't imagine. Like, we talk about it to this day. Like, if the judge says no, we can't have her, I'm gonna be devastated. Like, I'm gonna be so hurt. Like, I can't even talk about it right now because I'm
Yeah.
gonna get watery eyes. But like, I truly believe she's gonna be in our lives, and like, I have high hopes in it. And I think it's so rude when people talk about it, and they're just like really rude because we're really hoping.
What do they say about it?
They're just like, you're not real parents, like
Oh
you
my
don't know what
gosh.
you're doing, or like she's not
Yeah.
even yours, she's your niece. Like,
Okay.
it's just like we get stuff all the time,
I'm
and
sure.
it's just like we put so much effort. Like, we see her all the time, she's with us all the time.
Yes.
She stays the night at our house. We have like a whole setup for her at our house.
Yep.
Like, she lives with us, you know. So it really hurts us, and we just try to ignore it, and it's a really long process. But so many people are like, well, are you going to adopt her? And I can
Yeah.
never say yes because
Okay.
I don't know the
I
answer.
see that, yeah.
So as much as I say yes, it's more of a hope than a for sure thing.
How long until you hear back? Do you know? an estimate
Because
from
of the
judge?
COVID-19,
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's
everything was
taken,
put on.
it's taken,
So hopefully, how long till you hear?
the next court day is in October.
We're gonna. She is yours. We're manifesting it. She already is.
Yeah.
It's already out there. It's in the
I mean,
universe.
literally, I have her photos in my
Yeah.
entire house. Like, she's all over my walls. Like, she's like my
So
baby,
cute.
And I feel like even if she's not my baby, I'm not gonna change the way I feel about it just because
Yes.
it didn't happen that way.
What would your advice be to people who are looking to adopt or already have adopted? How you said you have haters coming at you that way. I'm sure the other people will get those type of reactions.
I feel like
what's
our-
some advice for them that you would feel like that you stay strong to? Because obviously it hurts your feelings. Both of you as a married couple, like how does he take it? How do you both handle it together?
I feel like our situation's a little bit different just because she's like an actual family member. So some people are
Okay.
kind of like, she's not even yours. Like, she's your niece. Like, people
Yeah.
literally comment that. They're like, oh, your niece is so cute. Like, and they'll put like niece in capital letters, like being specific. Like, that's your niece. But
So do you want her to be addressed as your daughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when we adopt her, she's our daughter. She's. I mean, I don't care that she's my niece, but she's my daughter. Yeah. Like, that's just final. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's the way I would like it to go. I'm not saying I know it's gonna go that way, but that's the way I would like it to go.
Yes.
But in some cases, I know it's really hard because people are really rude, especially because you're an influencer. They try to like literally find anything that will really hurt you. And the adoption process is hard as it is. Like, you don't know what child you're gonna get. You don't know the situation you're gonna be in. So before you adopt, you have to become a foster parent.
I was about to ask that next too.
So you have to become a foster parent before you adopt. You can't just automatically go into adoption.
So that's for everybody, no matter what the
case
is.
For everyone, that's just the way it works.
So you have to take a child in any age, and then you just have to foster them for how long? Do you know? I'm sure you guys look.
You could tell them like, look, I want to foster between these ages. This is what I'm going for.
Okay.
So like we have, because we still have to go through that process. So we're going through that process right now.
So you're fostering Alina or another child?
The foster paperwork and the adoption paperwork are all one.
Okay.
And so basically what happens is you go through that process. So we told them we want a newborn because we want a newborn just in case so we can adopt the newborn. And we're still going through that. Even though we know Alina's on the side, we're still keeping our options open just in case we don't get Alina. We would still like a baby. We want a baby. We want a child of our own. So as much as our hopes are like praying for Alina, we know that it may not work out.
Okay.
And we have our options to foster. And if that doesn't work out, then we get to adopt. But like I said, the same case with my sister.
But you have to foster first.
You have to foster first.
And you keep the kid. I mean, I don't know how the foster. So you have to keep the child for how long? Till they are 18 and out? Or how does that?
So when you foster, it really just depends on the court and the judge. So like if the biological parent is not doing what she is required, then they will finally say like at a certain court date, like, okay, you're an unfit parent. You lose all your legal rights and she's up for adoption. And then that's when you get to adopt. But let's say the judge is really nice and it's like, okay, well, yeah, you started doing drugs again, but let's restart. Let's see if we give you another year, maybe you'll get into rehab and you'll be a fit parent.
I see that. And then that's when they're fostered.
Yes. And that's when they're fostered.
Are there a lot of children up for adoption?
No.
No? Okay. No. Is there when you were looking, how do you look? Is there like someone you work with?
We're going through an agency. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a foster.
Is there a lot of agencies that you can go through for?
Yeah. There's a lot of agencies, a lot of different ones.
What agency have you guys used for?
We are using Homes of Hopes. It's in West Covina. Yeah. Okay. It's in West Covina.
Good experience so far with them?
Yeah, so far they're amazing. Okay. They're great. They've been really helpful. They've been like really kind and like helping us with the paperwork, and they've been patient because we've been taking our time because we have so much going on, and like opening the new gym, we just couldn't really finish the paperwork right away. So now that we're basically at the end, we have like 2 more papers to turn in, and we're already taking our parenting classes. Yeah. So at this point, we're ready. So if we go to the court and the judge is like, okay, she's up for adoption, they're going to give him to us.
Okay, you guys are really loud. Can you please? Thank you. I'm like, I can't even focus or listen. Okay. Okay, so Homes of Hopes, and everything's going good with that?
Yeah, everything's great, yeah.
And so did you tell them now that you have a baby that you found that you want to, and then now they're working with you on that?
Yes, so they know the situation, and they know that we're purposely doing this for Alina. Like, we want Alina, that's the key, that's what we want. And we told them, if it doesn't work out, then we'd love to foster a baby, so we're able to adopt. So they understand that, they know, okay, we're working towards for a certain situation, but if it doesn't work, they're hoping, because there's a lot of kids that need foster parents. So they're really hoping that we're still willing to take foster kids.
In addition to Alina?
Yes.
Are you guys open to that?
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Would you guys take someone who's older, maybe like 14, 15, 16?
At first, I was like, no. But now that we've been going through like the parenting classes and you see the situations that the kids go through, it's literally not the kids' fault. And you feel so bad for them. And if you can offer so much for them, then why not? So, I don't know. Maybe we'll consider it.
So they choose for you the child? They just
no,
say, here, this
like a random kid will call. Like, let's just say they come and take a child away. They'll
Be
call
like-
every foster parent like, hey, can you take in this kid? And if you say
Okay.
yes, then the kid will go over.
How often does that happen? So they call you sometimes?
No, because we're not
So
there
you
yet.
said, oh, got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
once we finish these classes and we turn in our last paperwork, then we're gonna be like certified. So then they could call us all the time and be like, "Hey, we really need a kid to stay with you. Like, is it possible?" And then at that point, then we'll decide like, okay, are we gonna foster or are we not gonna foster?
What are the classes for that you're taking?
They're just parenting classes, understanding how
Does it help?
it's more of like an eye-opening thing to understand what a foster child goes through and what their mindset is, and you can't treat them like a normal child. You have to understand that what they've been through.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to understand
Sure.
what they've been through is not normal,
Yeah.
and so you just have to be
I
more
wonder
accepting to them.
if the child kind of resents or has some type of animosity
Yes.
toward the
Yeah,
foster parent.
yeah, of course, because
Which is
if,
not their-
if
they're
they've gone
just-
through a bad
yeah.
situation, they literally think every adult is like that. So they don't know if they could trust you. I mean, they're kids. You know, you don't know like who's wrong, who's right. So they just assume, well, my parents did this to me, so every adult is going to do this to me, and that's why they misbehave. So then again, that's another option that we can think about too. Like, are we really ready for a foster child? Because it's a lot of work. You know, they
Yeah.
always tell us all the time, like, this isn't going to be easy. This is going to be hard. But luckily for our situation, we've been with Alina day one, so it's going to be easy for us, you know? But
In some way, even parenting always is
yeah,
a
yeah.
challenge.
I mean, I always joke around and like say like she's already going to tell me like, you're not my real mom, you know?
Oh my gosh, that imagine.
I mean,
So are you okay? And then here's another another big decision is, will you tell her? I know there's some, I've at least known some people that they say that they're their real parents and they don't ever tell them they're adopted
Yeah.
if they got them young. Are you going to tell her when she grows up?
we originally wanted to not tell her, but it's kind of difficult because she's with my mom right now and she lives with her brother. So it's like, how do you tell her brother, like, hey, she's not your brother, she's my child now? You know, like, you can't really
at some
split
point
it
she'll
up.
start asking like, wait,
Exactly.
how the family doesn't work like that. type of thing.
Exactly. So in this situation, I feel like we're going to have to talk to her about it.
But you're still gonna be like, I'm your mom.
Yeah.
He's your dad, but we adopted you. When
the
she
foster
does it.
agency always says at some point, little kids always, if you're around them, you become mommy and daddy. Even
Okay,
if you're
that's
not
true.
biological parents, you become mommy and daddy. So at some point, we're going to be her mommy and daddy, but at some point, she's going to be like, but you're not my real parents. And that's just something that we're going to have to accept
with.
and go through it. Yeah,
That's gonna be tough.
definitely.
You're like, go to your room.
Definitely. It's going to be, I mean, my husband has gone through it, so he knows the situation.
Oh, he's adopted.
No, his uncle and aunt raised him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but he knows the feeling of going through that when
Like
you wanted
the parents,
to say
like,
that.
yeah, you're not my parents, and he said it before, so
That
he's like, I
hurts.
totally
I'm sure
know
that
it. Yeah,
hurts.
yeah. He said it totally hurt them, and,
Yeah.
you know. And now he gives back to his uncle and aunt, like, thank you so much for
Of
raising
course,
me,
yeah.
and like, you know, dealing with all my bad attitudes and like my bad behavior. Like I'm so grateful for you. So he gives back to them like crazy, but till this day, he's like, you know, he loves his biological dad. That's his biological dad. Like, no matter
Yeah.
what, you're going to love your biological parents with so much love because they're your parents.
When you're raising Alina, are you going to have your sister in her life if she's?
I think
On the right
we
track?
discussed not
Yeah.
having her, but it's going to
Okay.
be pretty hard. I mean, she's my family, and not that I see her much now,
Yeah,
but it's definitely, I'm pretty sure she's going to pop up somewhere.
it's kind of tricky, huh? Because then you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
this is your, like, how would you introduce her? Like, oh, Alina, this is.
I don't know.
What would you say? I mean,
I don't know.
this is.
I feel like in my heart, she's going to know that I'm like mommy.
So
you know?
you'll tell her like, I'm your mom, but this is
Yeah.
your.
I'm going to get so emotional right
biological
now. I feel like
mom?
crying.
Just wondering.
I mean, I just feel like she's going to know that we're the ones that are raising her and
she
that
gave
we
birth-
love her.
But that she gave birth to her.
Yeah, and I hope that she would like appreciate us
Of course.
like that.
Mhm.
But of course she's gonna love her biological mother. That's her biological mother. I can't stop it.
Yeah. Okay, but you are planning then on incorporating her and
I'm not saying I am, but if
if
something
if it
happens, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know how to stop it. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
how to say no. Like, I don't know. I mean, legally, I could be like, you're not her parent. But overall, like, she's my sister, so she's gonna be somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like she's gone forever.
It's very an emotional roller coaster for you guys. And I give it up to you and anybody else who's adopting or plans on it, because it's you guys deserve it. You know, you deserve children for those who can't or even just want to foster, take care of a kid. But it's definitely deep to think about. It's a lot, and you're young at our young age too for you to do it. That's a lot. You're very emotionally intelligent, so I just want to give you that. I'm like, it's strong.
It's definitely hard. I've gone through a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but I mean, when I'm with her, like, it's just all ups. But like knowing the situation and you don't know where it's gonna go, and then you have like other family members or other people that are putting you down and saying like, well, you're not gonna get her, or like, you're not her real parents.
Is it just always gonna be negativity no matter what, or why are they?
I mean,
family members.
I mean, at this point, like, you would hope for your family member to get better and become the right parent for them. So that's why they're saying like, you're just giving up on her. And you're just trying to take away.
But then also too, it's like, I don't know anything, but what it sounds like, you said she already has a kid that's been living an older one. But you know, like you said, you wish for the best, but at this point,
of course, I'm not saying like I want her to be in the life that she's in. Of course, I want her to be better and I want her to be best, but I just feel like
take it day by day at this point. And
I feel like even if she were to get better, we would still be a better life for her. In just my opinion. I'm not being like, I just feel like we could provide more for her, and we're ready to be parents. Like, we want to be parents, and she's not. So,
have you ever considered? Is it called artificial insemination?
In vitro.
There we go. Yeah, sorry.
In vitro.
Did you guys ever talk about that? I mean, was that ever an option?
We totally did talk about it.
I can imagine you, Prego. You'd be so cute.
I told him.
You'd be doing pregnancy workout videos.
I totally told him I'm down for it. Like, I'm like, hey, if that's the route that you want to go, like, I'm totally down to get pregnant.
Was that not an option before the adopting?
I've always wanted to adopt, so like, I totally wanted to adopt
even before that. That was just like a second backup plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was like, if you want to do in vitro, like, why not? Like, I'll get pregnant.
So you guys would pick someone's sperm from a sperm bank, based on whatever.
But he wanted to be similar to him, so he was like maybe a family member of his.
Okay. Now, this might be a crazy question, but not even a family member, but like, would he ever be okay with, let's say you guys have a close friend that looks similar to him, would he ever be like, have sex with him, try getting pregnant? Or, no, okay, I'm not trying to offend.
Yeah, he actually thought about it.
I've heard of stuff like that, where it's just like, okay, we'll have sex, you know, try to get her pregnant and then give her the baby, as opposed to, because I know you have to pay a lot for those banks and all that.
So we've actually talked about it.
Yeah, because I know that's an option.
There's been like a few friends where we're like, well, maybe we're like, maybe we could ask them. And he was like, how do I ask them?
You're picking, you're like, what about Brad Pitt? Like,
so actually, we've gone through that process.
Anthony,
we've had some friends that we've considered, and we're like, hey, they would be like great, like, you know, their genes are great, like maybe they could be our parent. And I was like, how do we go about it? And it wasn't more of like, we would joke around like having like a one night stand, but it was more of like, you know, let's just ask them respectfully if they would like be a sperm donor.
Have you ever asked?
No.
Okay, but it was a.
But we considered it, and we had people on our list of who we wanted to ask.
And then, for whatever reason, you're just like, no. And even to go to the actual in vitro, that for sure he was like, you guys just decided no?
Yeah, we haven't done anything to move forward with the in vitro.
Okay.
But we've considered it, we talked about it, and we've had friends that we've looked at and that we've considered. It's not off the table. Like, I don't see why we can't have more kids. Like,
after you adopt Alina, is that a possibility?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Would you want to be pregnant and go through the pregnancy?
Yeah. I'm not saying that like that's like my dream. Like, I mean, some people really wish to get pregnant, but if I don't get pregnant, I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm okay with not being pregnant. But I'm totally okay with being pregnant as well.
I feel like if I was in your guys' situation, I would choose in vitro before adopting. Personally, just there's nothing wrong with either.
Yeah,
I would just want to still hold the baby, you know.
I mean, we got to hold the baby.
No, sorry, not like that. I didn't mean like hold, but I meant like just like I love both, but I'm just saying like I would still like the pregnancy, go through the pregnancy part.
Yeah.
But then again, also too, no, it's like it's like
I feel like I would want to go through the pregnancy and like go through it, but I also think like it's kind of a blessing that I still get to have this baby in my life and still connect with her like if she's my own. Like
yes.
I've been with her since day one, since she's been born, and I've seen every experience that she's gone through, and she feels like my own, you know, and she loves me like that. Like he's like, she loves you so much.
And I didn't
like,
mean it that she.
Yeah. But I mean, of course, having your own baby, there's like a whole different connection. Not that I'm saying that I don't want that, but at this point, maybe because of my age or my maturity, I'm okay with not having it. But maybe when I'm older, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I was pregnant and I wish I had that experience. But either way, I think even adopting, I'm still going to be happy just being a parent.
Of course,
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I haven't even met her yet either.
I know.
Soon. I don't even know how to hold babies. People give me a baby and I'm like, how do I hold? Like,
she's so cute.
Was it? Did you already know like how to handle her in the beginning?
No, in the beginning.
Were you super like okay?
I was so scared.
Like, I don't even know how to change it. Maybe I might know. I don't even know.
I was so scared because she was super small. She was only 5 pounds. So she was super small, and I was really scared of like hurting her or doing something wrong. I didn't know what to do, and she would stay with us for like a week, and I'm like, am I doing good? Like, do I know what I'm doing? And like, am I okay with this? And luckily, it was easy because it's like, oh, just make sure she's eating. But literally, like those nights where you don't sleep, oh my God! Like, praise the Lord to all the parents because that is hard. Like, I felt so tired. I felt like you're running literally
like
on no sleep.
Zombie.
Yeah. And luckily my husband's so good with her that he was like, okay, you sleep and I'll take care of her.
Do you guys take turns?
Yeah, he has night shift all the time.
Oh wait, always. So you're like, I'm gonna sleep through.
Yes, he has night shift all the time.
That's me. That's gonna be me. That's goals.
I call it quits at like 10.
You're
I'm
tired. The baby. Just sleep in the room with her.
So like every time she's crying, like of course I wake up and go check, but he's already with her, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna go back to sleep because like he's up at night anyways because he has PTSD and he's up at night anyways. So it's easy for him to wake up.
It works out.
Yeah, it just works out, and I get to sleep. But I'm always tired. I don't know if something's wrong with me, but I'm always tired.
You work out like 2 times a day, 7 days a week. You run 5 miles every morning with a weighted vest on. I would hope you would be tired.
I'm just so tired. Like at like 9 or 10, I'm like, oh, I need to go to sleep. And he's like, are you kidding me? Like it's only 10. Like, are you going to bed already? And when Alina's there, as the moment she falls asleep, I'm like, oh my gosh, go to sleep. Go to sleep now. Because that's all you get.
Does she sleep in the bed with you guys? Or she has
No, she has a crib. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She has a crib. And when she's sleeping, now she sleeps longer periods. Before it was like only 20 minutes, 15 minutes. And like you wake up every little while. But now she sleeps, sometimes she'll sleep through the night. But now she sleeps through like 3-4 hours. And she'll wake up. And then like you need to feed her or change her. And then she'll go back to sleep.
So you got it all on lock now.
Yeah.
You guys are straight.
We got it down.
Soulmates.
Yeah. We got it down. We actually really do have it down. Yeah. Like we know her bath time. We know when to feed her. We know like we got it down.
How are the dogs reacting to the baby? Because I know those were your babies before. Both of them, like your babies.
My poor babies.
Yeah, especially because you always have to What's the guy one's name?
Bentley.
Yeah, Bentley. You always have to feed him like a custom.
All the time. So Bentley does not like Alina. He's not a fan of Alina.
No way.
He can't stand her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
why?
I guess because she just takes all her attention and she cries so much. And he's like, oh my gosh, can you be quiet? I'm trying to sleep. Like he's like that. But Mercedes loves her. Mercedes plays with her. Yeah, Mercedes plays with her. Or like when she's asleep or in the car seat or something, she goes and like puts her head in like all the way to the car seat to check. Yeah.
Cute.
So Mercedes loves her. I don't know if it's just like her being motherly.
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
maybe,
but she loves Alina. Bentley, not yet. Maybe when she starts throwing food on the floor, he'll like her.
Well, I hope to meet Alina soon.
Yeah, soon.
And Mama D. Is she already a year, or how old is she?
She's 8 months.
Are you going to do a birthday for her that year? A birthday party?
So I wanted to have like this huge party for her, but I don't want it to happen until we officially adopt her.
Okay.
So unfortunately, because of the court date being pushed back, we won't get to celebrate her birthday party.
Okay.
Because it will be before the court date. But after the court date, and if things work out, then I totally want to have like a huge party, like maybe an adoption party or like something. I don't really know if that's like a thing, but like I totally want to have that.
We'll make it a thing.
Yeah, like I want to have like a party and like, yay, we just adopted. Like it's for sure, but I'm kind of holding off on it because I don't want to go all into it, and then they're like, no, you can't have her.
Yeah.
So
well, we'll be at the party, and she's already yours. It's out there. We manifested it. It's in the universe. You're gonna have the birthday party, and Mama D's gonna buy her a lot of Gucci.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I feel like she's mine. I talk to people like if she's mine. Yes. So everything, she's mine.
Yay! Yeah. This Team Alina, go Alina,
go Alina,
and go new mommy and new daddy.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on again and for sharing that in depth and really just being vulnerable with it.
Of course, I try not to cry, but it's definitely a long process. And if any parents are adopting, I know what you feel, and it's so crazy. So, a lot of love and support towards you guys. I do appreciate everyone that has been supportive because a lot of people have been on our side and have been telling us, like, she's yours, she's yours, she's yours. Like, we're so supportive. And then we've also had negativity. But our true friends and our family, even my parents, they're on our side. And they're rooting for us to adopt her. So
you're like, so get out there and adopt.
Get out there, yeah. She's
and
my baby.
And then the company, one more time, that you're working with is? Like,
Homes of Hope.
Okay, so she's going through Homes of Hope, and you recommend, correct?
Yes, recommend. Okay. They are amazing. They are so supportive, and they're so patient, and they're so helpful, and whenever we need them, you could text them, you could call them. They're there 24/7. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
You heard it here first, everybody. Now go out and adopt. Save some lives, everyone.
Save some lives.
Subscribe, like, and then tune in again next Thursday, 7 p.m. Bye, everyone.
Yay.